Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, which is the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. It is later than scheduled. That's because of the Champions League football. But myself and Ivorian are in the building. What are you telling me, Ivorian? You good?
Yeah, first of all, I am good, man. Big up to everyone that's tuning in as well, man. Make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. You know, it is a late one, Flawless, you know,
Yes,
but it is what
absolutely.
it has to be done because it is Champions League night, you know, and
Yep.
we're gonna do a late one, but at least we're delivering the content. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm
Delivering the
saying?
content.
We have to deliver the content, people. For you know what I'm saying? For you, great people who continue to support myself and support Ivorian as well. Much appreciated. But like I stated, this is the Man United podcast. So please keep all your questions and comments Manchester United related, people. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Red United TV. I will link Ivorian's channel in the title as well. And as you can see from the title of this episode, no Premier League games. So it's all eyes on Europa League. Manchester United play on Thursday, obviously looking to bounce back after the disappointing defeat to Real Sociedad. So we will start there because there isn't really much news outside of the Europa League. I heard that Rashford missed training today, but we're unsure. I've not heard any further news, but you know what, Ivorian? Yeah, man, we'll start there. We'll start there. We play Sheriff on Thursday away. Talk to me. How are you looking at that game?
Well, it's interesting because we do remember that Sheriff did beat the famous Real Madrid, who won the Champions League last season.
They did. Facts.
So it's
Facts.
going to be an interesting match for Manchester United because we've never played Sheriff in history. So, and they've never played Manchester United in the history of the sport. So they're probably looking at this game, licking their lips, thinking this is a big game for them. You know,
Absolutely.
against
Massive
Manchester
game.
United, they're going to give it their all against Manchester United. But for us, because we started off with on the wrong foot of the Europa League, I was about to say Champions League, you know, of the Champions League campaign,
Soon
which,
come,
which
fam.
I'm
Soon
wishing
come.
soon come next season. But
Yeah, man.
of the Europa League campaign, we need to pick up those points, you know, especially that we have the ambition as well, Flawless, to win that tournament.
Absolutely.
No messing around. And as you can see from the last game against what's that team that we played that we
Real
lost
Sociedad.
to? Real Sociedad. He kind of played a strong team, a fairly strong team. So you can see that the manager takes the competition seriously. He wants to win it. So again, the game against Sheriff is a must-win for Manchester United to get the 3 points and get the points on the board to get to the second round of the competition.
Well,
Sheriff, it should be relatively an easy game. You know, on paper, it's an easy game for Manchester United. You look at the squad; both squads, Manchester United are fairly strong, and because Manchester United have had a weekend off, I'm expecting my manager to fill in a strong side to get them ready
absolutely.
for next week. Because obviously, we don't have no football this weekend for Manchester United because it's one of the biggest games against Leeds due to policing issues. You know, it can't go ahead.
Yeah,
No. I'm not gonna blame. You know what I mean? We don't want to get.
No, we're not blaming. I'm just saying, no. That's the reason why there is no football because of the Queen passing. That's what's happening.
I would have thought you don't need that much. You don't need the whole entire nation's police to police that funeral. But hey, you know, maybe they're mourning too as well. They do publicly serve the Queen. You know, they've taken it off. So I just don't know what to say. You know, the fact of lack of police.
Yeah, no,
I even said, fuck it. Let me give me the badge. Let me police the match. Yeah, like what real trouble really happens against Leeds versus Manchester United? This ain't the 70s or the 80s where hooliganism was active.
You still need policing of it though.
You can just hire me and you. We'll do the job. It's all
I don't
right.
know about me and you. They better pay me a lot of money on that. They better pay me a lot of money if they're doing that. They better pay me a lot of money.
We will do the job, bro. At the end of the day, like football fans are a bit friendly. I know they're a bit drunk as well at the same time, but they get friendly.
It's a lot of money. That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's a hell of a lot of money. Hell of a lot of money in that for me to do that. But go on, carry on, fam.
But yeah, man, I'm just quite disappointed as well, man, with the whole no football. You know, it's kind of messed up the week, you know, especially the weekend.
Absolutely.
But hey, it is what it is. Things happen. We're just looking forward that we've got at least one game this week. You know, at least we're gonna get something.
Fortunate. Yes,
fortunate thing. We will get something from Manchester United to ensure that these players are not, you know, lacking match fitness. You know, because having 2 weeks off, it's not good for Manchester United. You know, you think having the time off will make them prepare for the next game. But we've seen Manchester United when they've had a week or 2 weeks off, they go into the game all sloppy, looking lethargic. Like, you've had the rest, but they look more lethargic than the team that played 2 days ago. That's the thing about Manchester United. So let's just hope that we win our game against Sheriff, you know, and then the following week we go back into the Premier League and go firing, you know.
Well, it's not even back into the Premier League, simply because obviously we got the international break immediately following this. So we don't play till October. I will pull up the fixtures. Don't worry, I will get to that before I give my thoughts. But yeah, it's a 2-week break from. So we play this week in terms of Thursday, then the weekend, whatever games go ahead. Then 2 weeks after that, it's international. Like, we don't play till October. No.
Wow.
Because you got Nations League and friendlies. So yeah, we don't play. But in regards to this game, as much as we're disappointed about there being no Premier League, I look at it as a blessing in disguise, because Ten Hag, like you stated, played a very strong team against Sociedad. Now I expect him, without Premier League football, to play an even stronger team against Sheriff. I expect to see, quote unquote, the first team, the Hair in goal, Dalot and Malacia as your fullbacks, Martinez, Varane, McTominay, Ericsson, Bruno, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford. That's the team I expect to see. Obviously, barring injuries, because we don't know what's going on with Rashford. But if everybody's fit, that's the team I expect to see. In regards to any players coming back, I'm not sure. I don't know when Martial's back fit. I don't know when Donny van der Beek's back fit. But if those two are back fit, they obviously go onto the bench. And that makes our bench a whole lot stronger and two great attacking options to have. One in midfield, one in the front three as well. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's a blessing in disguise. And go and do, yes, you mentioned it and others have mentioned it, Sheriff beat Real Madrid. But if Manchester United go out there and play to the level we can play at and the level we should be playing at, we should bypass Sheriff. Like, there should be no issue with Sheriff whatsoever. And that's not me being disrespectful. That's just me saying, Manchester United, go out there and be professional. Don't be lethargic, like you mentioned. Don't be sloppy. Be well drilled and take the game seriously. Because we lost the first game, which can happen, this now makes this game even more important. No more slip-ups now. We had the one slip-up. Cool. Those things can happen. It happened when we won the competition under Jose. We lost our first game. But now go and win this game, and then we have back-to-back games against... Who's the other team in our group? I forgot the name.
To be fair, it's kind of hard. Real Sociedad, Sheriff.
Who's the other team in our group?
That's where I'm done.
Let me check.
Finished.
One sec. I'll have a look now. I will have a look. 1 second. Bear with me. Literally just pulling up Manchester United Europa League group now, people. Because I forgot who's in our group. Because it'll be back-to-back games against them after this.
Yeah.
So I'm having a look. I can't believe we've both forgot. That's crazy.
Oh, it's because it's the Europa League.
Ammonia. That's it. It's ammonia. That's why I forgot.
Pneumonia.
No. Ammonia, not pneumonia. Ammonia.
Oh my God.
So we got back-to-back games against ammonia. So really and truly, if we do what we're supposed to do and beat Sheriff in this away game, back-to-back games against ammonia, we should be 9 from 12. We should be 9 from 12. And then I'm not sure who the 5th game is against. Let me double check after the head-to-head against ammonia. Give me a sec. Then we play Sheriff at home and then Sociedad away. So we should get through the group and top the group as well. We should win. We should be aiming to win 5 from 6. That should be the aim, top the group so we don't play the extra game. That's how I'm looking at it. And that's why I say it's a blessing in disguise. Because that Sociedad game shown how thin our squad is. Showing us that squad's thin. Go on, fam.
Man, it also identified the lack of quality in defense, especially those two centre backs that got the opportunity to play. You know, it's not a surprise that, you know, a certain captain played and Manchester United lose. You know, it just really just highlights who's always been the problem in terms of Manchester United having a winning team and enabling Manchester United to have a winning team. So because prior to him, we had a winning team. We had a winning defense. As soon as two players come in the hot centre back, Manchester United look sloppy defensively and then concede a goal. Unfortunately, luckily to that person as well, that it wasn't him that committed the foul. But then again, flawless. That wasn't meant to be a penalty. And I just don't understand in life, how can that be a penalty? You know, from ricocheting from your shin to your hands, and you calling it a penalty, even though you go and see the replay, you're still calling it a penalty. It shows
it wasn't a penalty. We know that.
Like, the ball can hit, you can flick your balls and flick your hand, and you're in awful pain, and the referee still pointing at the penalty spot. Like, how can you do stuff like that? You know,
Yeah, facts.
You have to understand that it's unavoidable for something to ricochet off of you to hit your hand. it's absolutely unavoidable and unpredictable as well. But you still give it penalty. That's just poor refereeing, in my opinion. You know, because I wasn't happy about that because we should have not lost that game.
Nah, we shouldn't have lost the game, but I won't blame because defensively, to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, De Gea didn't even make a save. He didn't have a save to make. He
That's at
didn't.
all.
So I can't really blame the centre backs. The fullback area, the depth in the fullback areas, I think, was shown because there was no replacement for the low. There was no replacement for Malacia. And when he took off the low, he moved Lindelof to right back and then played Martinez centre back, which shows our lack of depth in that area. Even if Wan-Bissaka's fit, we know Wan-Bissaka's not good enough.
It highlights lack of trust in
and lack of trust with Wan-Bissaka as well. Same with Shaw. If Shaw, we know Shaw's not good enough, and this is why squad depth's important. And I expect the manager, whether it's in January or the next window, to bolster those areas. But centre backs was fine. The midfield, Casemiro wasn't at his best, but he wasn't the reason we lost the game. Our forward players were the reason we lost the game. Jez mentioned it there. When you look at Fred, Eriksen, Anthony Alonso, and Ronaldo, there are 5 forward players in that game. Not one of them were 7 out of 10 or more. Not one of them did enough in the final third. And Anthony's new he's like just getting like accustomed to playing at Manchester United. Eriksen's been playing well, so I'm not going to criticize him. That's not on Fred's game. I'm looking at Ronaldo.
Absolutely.
I'm looking at Ronaldo. You're supposed to make the difference in these games. And I stated this straight after the game, and I said this might be slightly reactionary, but Ronaldo's done how it. When I say done, I want him to be a bit part player in the Europa League. I was happy with him starting against Sociedad. I said that. I said he could play a major role in us winning this competition. After seeing that performance, I completely 180'd on it. Completely. Like, I don't want to see him start against Sheriff. I'm being deadly serious. If he starts on Thursday, I'm gonna be annoyed. Say everyone was fit and say we was playing against Leeds and say we had played Palace and Ten Hag was rotating. I still wouldn't want to see Ronaldo. I don't want to see him starting games. Go on that.
No, I'm laughing because I felt the same way. You know, that day when I was watching Manchester United against Russell, do you know how many times I laughed? I laughed several times with Ronaldo on the ball. And you probably think you're being disrespectful to one of the greatest of all goal scorers. Bro, I was laughing at the way Ronaldo's first touch. Second touch. He's so desperate to find the net, just shooting from anywhere. His lack of ability to be involved in the pressing and also trying to break through and trying to break strides in the Real Sociedad's defense, trying to break the lines. It's just horrible. And then when you watch that match, you're like, Ronaldo's really finished. Wow, he's done. Like, as much as people love this guy, and I was messaging my friend, I said, yo, as much as you love Ronaldo, you know, and Ronaldo is like the sun that sets on your the sun that sets your day and then ends your day as well. Because I have a friend that loves Ronaldo to death, you know, to the extent that even if Ronaldo was to kiss his mum in front of his face, it's okay for him. He's all right with that. That's how madly in love he is with Ronaldo. So yeah, to see that, I was like, wow, Ronaldo's finished. Like, he should have left. Like, bro, like, you should have left, man. Like, I can't be here laughing at Ronaldo like the way I laugh at Wan-Bissaka when he's dribbling. No, it's funny. It's comic. You know, if you guys want to really laugh, watch Wan-Bissaka dribble. Try to bring the ball to his weaker foot. It's so funny. The effort that he puts in to just swap the ball from his weaker foot to go back to his right foot and try to bust a skill or two. It's funny. And that's how I felt watching Ronaldo. Ronaldo's finished. He's finished. I know guys yes, he's that's what I said. This is why you should have went for preseason. Because right now, preseason is so important that it clearly shows that you need a preseason to get yourself started. And seeing Ronaldo like this is sad, man. It's funny, man. Like, this guy is finished. Like, I've never seen someone finish like that. You know, to the extent that, you know, when you've overused your toothpaste and you can't extract any more paste.
You can't get any more out of it. Yeah.
You know, that's Ronaldo right now. Like, he's getting there. It's sad, man. But hey, you should have had a preseason, and then you wouldn't be in a situation, you'll be fully fit. And that's Ronaldo right now. And I understand he's lacking game time. And it will take him time for him to get to where he needs to get from like last season. Probably might get him up to October or November for him to fire an all cylinder. But it shows how important preseason football is, and you made the wrong choice.
Yeah, preseason is important, and yeah, you said it there. Finished. Ronaldo's done.
Finished.
Like he's done. And when I say like he's done, I'm saying like Ronaldo's done. Like he's out of here. Like I don't want to see him in the Europa League at home to Sheriff. I'm talking about. I don't want to see him play against Omonia, and that's not me criticizing him because I'm gonna get to a couple of the comments as well. I don't want to see him against Omonia people. I don't want to see him in the Carabao Cup when we're playing if we play lower league opposition. I want to see him in the FA Cup if we play lower league opposition. He looks old. Mertaza mentioned it there. And I said it. I said for the first time, and this is just me personally, as I'm watching that game, he looked 37. Old man looked old. And people were trying to get at me on Twitter. And the first thing I said was, in the tweet, I am not criticizing Ronaldo. And I'm not criticizing him now. Not once have I criticized his performance. Ivorian hasn't criticized his performance. I'm just legit saying he's finished out here. He is. Like, there was a time Eriksen played a pass into him, and if his touch was better, he would have got shot off. This happened a couple times. And then also what I recognized as well is a few times he was just randomly offside. Just randomly offside. And I'm like, why are you offside there? Because you're not running away. One of them was like on the halfway line. Ronaldo's not running away from anybody. So why are you offside? Like, you're not even a foil for anybody else to hold the ball up. Like, we're playing Sociedad at home and you had no impact. I don't remember you doing anything. You had as much impact as Alango. And this is Cristiano Ronaldo we're talking about, people. The needle mover in the Champions League 3 times in a row. Bear in mind, no team has ever won it twice in a row in the modern day era since it turned into the Champions League format. All them great sides with all them great players, you know what I'm saying, with your Zidans and your Kakas and your Messis, no side has retained it. The side that he was a part of and he was the main man, three-peated, won it 4 times in 5 years. He was the Champions League needle mover in quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals in terms of scoring goals, getting assists, and putting in killer performances. And now we're in the second tier of European competition, and he can't impact games. Match day 1 in the Europa League. Match day 1 in the Europa League at home to Real Sociedad, who are a bang average outfit. And he was out there like a Lango. Like, legit. Go watch the game, people. To the point where I didn't even criticize him. I was like, yo, Ronaldo's done, you know. And it's sad to see. I don't want to see one of the GOATs go out like that. It's like a boxer who boxes on too long. You don't want to see that. I've used this analogy before. I use it again.
It's like watching Ricky Hatton. You know when Ricky Hatton was finished?
Yeah,
he
man,
still
you
went
don't
to
want to see
fight a
that.
couple of more times.
Yeah, man, you don't want to see that. It's like when I see, and even though he wouldn't about, it's like when I see Mayweather fight McGregor. And even though Mayweather washed him, which I expected Mayweather, there's points in the bout where he looked old. And I was like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see, you know what I'm saying, my favorite ever boxer looking old. And that's what it is. Ronaldo's one of my favorite ever players, people.
Yeah.
And again, it might be slightly reactionary. Who knows? He might play against Sheriff. He might start and he scores a couple goals. And people are like, see, Ronaldo's not done. I just don't see it happening. Because I swear down, I don't. Let me just run through some of the comments as well. Big up to Jez, who says, big up, Conte out. Yeah, he's mad about that. He's not having it. Sid says, big up, Flawless Bro. Big up to you. Hey, Sid, make sure you pull up for the fan calling show on Twitch, people, tonight, midnight. Fan calling show. UHC says, to be honest, Fred was I think you're going to say was more of a problem with Ronaldo in the game. The reason why I say Fred wasn't, because I'm not looking at Fred to be our offensive guy. I'm not looking at, was Fred good? No. But am I looking at Fred to be the guy in the Manchester United shirt that makes it happen for us in the final third? Absolutely not. I'm looking at Anthony. I'm looking at Anthony Alango. I'm looking at Ronaldo. I'm looking at Eriksen. Those are the 4. But Eriksen, like I said, I give a blight to because he's actually been playing very, very, very well. And has been our best player, I think. So one of our best players so far this season. Easily our best player outside of the defense. Anthony's new. So I'll give him a blight. Alango is just not good enough. So I'm not going to criticize him heavily. So I'm looking at Ronaldo. I'm sorry. I said all this beforehand. So I have to keep the same energy now it's gone wrong in this one game where it's like, yo, Ronaldo impact this. And he had 0 impact. And Jess says it there. He genuinely looks 37 now. At least last season you saw some individual brilliance from him. He does. Mertaza says, flash news. Old man looks old. Father Time catches up with everyone. Father Time is undefeated. UHC says, big up. From India Flawless, big up to you, man. Love to see my Indians lot in. Midnight Madness says, which Midnight Madness is this? Is this the league Midnight Madness? I doubt it, but big up to you. I think he was finished in our first season, but the overall team was so bad that it masked everything. Maybe. Daredevil says, big up Flawless and Ivorian. Let's win on Thursday against Sheriff in the Europa League up the Red Devils. Absolutely. So what lineup would you like to see? And anything you further thought you would like to add, Ivorian, in regards to the game against Sheriff?
All right, we're on lineups, Flawless. Definitely, we have to play a strong team, and we need to revert back because we need to put some minutes in these players' legs as well because of missing the weekend's game. Literally, our starting 11, our winning team, has missed a week of football. So I'm going to be seeing David De Gea back in goal, unless he wants to give the Bravka an opportunity. But ideally, I'd rather see David De Gea because I don't know the back for. I don't know who he is, but I know he played for Newcastle, but he never really took a turn on me when we played him last season. It was never a look to him. So De Gea, right back again. Do you know what it is? Yeah, with the right back situation, we're in a mess right now. And I don't want to be in a situation where we constantly have to play Dalot until he's tired out. You know.
Facts.
So let's see what this guy Aro Wan-Bissaka has learned since he's knew that Eric Ten Hag came and he's been working on his game because we want to see it. We've seen the video clips. We saw it during the whole summer. You know, working with X, Y, and Z to ensure that he improves on his dribbling, ball control, and crossing. So I want to see what he's about. So I'd like to see Aro Wan-Bissaka start.
What are you saying? Wan-Bissaka start? Yeah, you don't want to see that. You're saying Wan-Bissaka.
No. The reason why is because again, I don't want to be in a situation where we constantly play the same defense and wear them out. You know, when it comes to the crucial game, comes to the business side of the season, they're tired. They're looking tired. So you gotta see what Aaron Wan-Bissaka got to bring to the game since he's been working on his game. And even though Ten Hag has told him on numerous occasions, you know you can leave, right? Yeah. And he decided not to leave and work and fight for his position. Let's see what he has against someone like Sheriff, you know. And then in defense, again, we want to bring it back to the winning centre backs, Rafael Varane and Martinez, and left back again. Of course, Malacia. We don't ever want to see Shaw play again. Not at all. How are you getting injured in training? No, who's touching you? And I can genuinely believe, Flawless, that Luke Shaw's getting injured without being tackled. Just a little run on the field, the training field, got him pulling up his hamstrings. The lack of he's just not fit. That's them two. And then in midfield, I would like to see Casemiro get some more minutes into his belt. Sorry, and we've got Eriksen in midfield. Although Fred had a poor game, it would be good to see Fred play. And Donny van de Beek, I don't know.
I don't think Donny's fit. I don't think he's fit.
Like, I don't know. Like he's not making bench. He's not making these. Sometimes he's not making the first team 11 or the squad last season, unless he's actually is injured because he was pictured.
No, he's injured. He
was pictured watching the Ajax and Liverpool Youth Academy game this morning. So we'll see. And if he's injured, he's injured. But yes, and up top, we want to see Anthony get back in to get some more minutes. You know, so he can understand the team. Bruno Fernandes again, and Marcus Rashford and up front. We have to give him the opportunity regardless, because although I want to see Martial back, he ain't been back.
Is Martial fit?
He's not fit, man. He's not even back, man. He won't be back. I'm just saying I would like to see Martial back. But yeah, you just have to give Ronaldo another chance again to see what he can do, because I genuinely do believe he's lacking match fitness, even though I just said earlier on he's finished. He is finished. He can't do the things that he used to do. He doesn't move the same. But he needs the minutes in his leg so he can provide something for this season. Because I still genuinely believe that Ronaldo can give us goals.
Off the bench, yeah. I believe so, yeah.
It just depends how many.
Not from the start. I want to see you to come off the bench, man.
I genuinely think he's still got something to provide and offer.
What, from the bench, or you mean from the start?
From both.
I disagree with that from the start.
Yeah, I know you want to disagree from the start.
I hope you're right, but like I said, the best we've seen of him is when he's come off the bench. But
guess what, Flawless? Ronaldo has never been an impact player in his whole career. He's only scored about like 20-odd goals coming from the bench.
Yeah, but this is new him now. You know what I'm saying? In that this is different, fam. This ain't like he used to be. That's why I said he used to be the needle mover. He was the guy. He was the man. You know what I'm saying? He was numero uno. He's
Chris,
no
I don't.
longer that no
Wait,
more.
wait. First
Yeah,
of all,
man,
I
are
don't.
trolling in
Chris,
it.
Chris, is everything okay? Like,
Yeah, man's
you're on
trolling.
a Manchester United channel, a guy that dedicates majority of all this content to man, and you're asking.
You say a Manchester
who
United,
did
chat,
you
but we're
feel?
on literally on a Manchester United show. You can see the badge there, like
Yeah.
legit. The badge
And
is
they can
above
see
us.
what's behind you as well.
You can see that.
like,
something
like if you're a Chelsea fan, you'll have a Manchester United t-shirt behind like that.
Man, just say anything, man. That's one thing I've noticed, man. People just want attention, whether it's in comments at times or socials, in it, rather than just say, yeah, big up. But go on, carry on, say, but he can't, man, offer anything. He can't, man. He's done out, fam. He's done out, man. He's not even, never mind excelling. He's not even okay at anything anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure he's still good at scoring.
Scoring the goals, finding the ball in the back of the net.
That's it.
That's still there. That's always there.
And that can come off that can, you know what I'm saying, and that can be off the bench. You know what I'm saying, and that we seen that against Spurs. Against Spurs, it worked. Against who was the other team? Was it Leicester? Leicester, it worked. When he came off the bench, he almost scored twice. He almost set up Ericsson, and the cross got cut out. He's done the business.
It worked against Arsenal as well. Him coming on
against Arsenal, yeah, which I mentioned as well. Yeah, man, like that's his role. But go on, carry on.
But yeah, man, I genuinely do think that. But yeah, that's my starting 11. De Gea, Aaron Bissaka, Martinez, Varane, Malacia, Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno playing number 10 role, and then you've got Sancho, Rashford, and of course Ronaldo playing up top again, just to see if he can.
All right, so you won't play Anthony. You play Rashford one side and Sancho the other.
Oh, did I miss that Anthony? I did say
you missed that Anthony because you said Sancho, Rashford, Ronaldo.
Wrong. My bad. Because I did say Anthony playing on the right wing. Because Anthony's minutes, Anthony didn't have the best preseason because of course he was vexed and he was on strike and he never really got that much first team football when the season started. So he needs minutes. But on that left wing, I don't know. It depends because I've heard that Rashford missed training.
I did hear this.
So if he's not fit, it's a Sancho and Ronaldo up front again. We have to see it, man.
Lewis short, man. Sorry, go on. Carry on. Lewis just chatting shit in the chat.
We're gonna see what this Harry Potter guy's gonna do for your team. Whether it's gonna be casting a Spilianos or anything like that, or he'll probably be one of the. You know who the hell was Harry Potter's best friend? The one that was shit at
Ron Weasley.
Yeah, we're gonna see whether he's Harry Potter or Ron Weasley. We're gonna see who he is tomorrow, you know, because I think, in my own opinion, Carefree, is that it's a big hire, it's a big task for Harry Potter, you know, Graham Potter. It's a big task, and I just see it as Graham Potter being sacked at the end of the season.
Oh, you reckon he gets sacked? You don't think he makes it to the end? You reckon you don't make it to the start of next season? Okay, fair enough.
English hype, bruv. This is like the way they hyped up Harry Maguire.
Huh?
You know, yes, I see him as a good manager. He's a good manager at Brighton. But this is Chelsea. This is where expectations really matter. This is where points really matter, you know. You're not playing for fun anymore. This is real shit, you know. You get sacked, you know. You get trolled on, you know. You're hurting with people's feelings. Chelsea fans will troll on you. So yeah, I don't know if he's ready for that step up. I felt like with him, he should have went to a top 10 team after, even though Brighton are in a very good position. But you're looking at some team like, maybe say, Everton, a Newcastle, or a team that looks to challenge and break into the top four, which is a Leicester. And then see where you are at there. And then you make your big move. It's always strides and steps. But that Brighton to Chelsea, I know it's one blue to another blue. But boy, this is the biggest of them all. This is Chelsea Football Club. So I don't see Graham Potter doing well. Like, I hope I'm wrong, but most of the times I'm not always wrong.
I hope I'm right in it. I hope you don't do a good job there.
So good luck to Mr. Potter, you know. It's a big job. Congratulations. He deserves it. He worked hard. He deserves
a shot. 100%.
Deserves a shot, man. But let's just see in it. But I just think it's too early, man.
But so Batty and I, so your team is do you say the Bravka or the Gea?
The Gea, man.
So the Gea in goal, and then you said Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Anthony, Sancho, Ronaldo.
Yes.
All right. For me, it's the same bar
No,
to
Ronaldo.
Dalot for Wan-Bissaka. I would play McTominay over Casemiro, and then I would have Rashford if he's fit.
Are you even
over-
hearing the things that we're saying right now? You used to
Yo, I
bring
said,
McTominay
yo,
on.
like McTominay, we gotta
Bruh,
give credit
it's
where
just-
credit's
it's
due, man.
just-
New
I know,
McTominay, man,
innit?
he's in good form, man. You gotta give him his credit.
I
So
know.
I
We
would
out
play
here
McTominay
saying
over.
we want someone ahead of a
Yeah.
5-time Champions League winner, a no-time
Mhm.
Champions League winner, haven't won no trophies over someone that's won trophies. This is what we're saying, isn't it? This is it's just funny, you know. Like, wow, this is where we are now. Like, we prefer McTominay over a Casemiro. Wow, that means it's a good thing.
That's a great thing. Because that means McTominay is on fire in terms of form. And when his form dips, I'll call for Casemiro. And if Casemiro's on fire, I'll be like, Casemiro deserves this start. And if Casemiro's form dips, I'll be like, all right, play McTominay. And that's what it's like. Ronaldo's not been good from the start. Don't play him. You know what I'm saying? If Rashford continues to play the way he's playing, and cool, Eriksen the same. I'm all for that. I'm all form people. I'm form over everything. What is your? Don't tell me about your name. What is your form like? Are you being productive on the pitch to a high level consistently? If you are, don't care about your name. I don't care if it's McTominay. I don't care if it's Casemiro. If Wan-Bissaka came into the side, I'd start balling out. You know what I'd say? Yeah, Dalot, you got a whole bench. Same way if Lindelof came into the side and was like, yo, and no, well, not like yo, but was like started playing well. I'd be like, yo, Varane, you gotta sit down. So yeah, man, you gotta shout out to what's it called, man? Shout out to McTominay. But yeah, it is Sheriff. And we can always Casemiro can always get minutes as well. Because he's another one who's just getting acclimatized not only to the league and Manchester United, even though this is Europa League, to what Ten Hag wants. Because what Ten Hag wants is going to be different to what he was doing at Ancelotti in Madrid. It's different. Big up Cams in the cut as well. I'm saying gassing up the late winner that Liverpool got. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, that's their lookout. Paul Tierney says, for United's progress, don't start Ronaldo. I prefer McNeil, Showtime, Garnacho stopping development. Sorry to say. I'm with you on the Garnacho. If we are not going to play, if it's going to be the second string, play Garnacho. I'd rather see Garnacho over Elanga. Put it that way. When Garnacho was on the pitch, came onto the pitch against Sociedad, I went, he should have started. If you can't start him in games at home to Sociedad, away to Sheriff, home or away to Omonia, at home to Sheriff, what are we doing? Away to Sociedad is Spain, I understand why you might go with your more experienced. But the other 5 games, yes, you can play your Garnachos. Not seeing too much of Showtime, not seeing too much of McNeil either. Yeah, Chris, I agree. Alanga's not good enough. So that's why I'm saying I'd rather see Garnacho. I'd rather see a youth player play up top. Like, give these man minutes. Use the Europa League for what it is. Because when it comes to crunch time and we're in the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, we ain't going to have that luxury. If we get to the last stages of FA Cup, Carabao Cup, we ain't going to have that luxury. If we're getting to gut check time, that's what I call it, in regards to the top 4 race, there's going to be no space when we're playing 3 games in 10 days or whatever it is. And then you add Europe on top of that. This is the time to play these players. Let's see if they're good enough to make an impact. Because if Garnacho starts against Sheriff or plays against Sheriff and plays well and he scores a goal or gets an assist or has a positive impact, what does that do for his confidence? Now we have an asset there that we didn't know we had. And that goes for any young player, whether it's from all the way from the goalkeeper to the front line. Football's a confidence game. So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, I'm with you on this. But I don't want to see Ronaldo start no games. I don't want to see him start against anybody.
I just generally believe that Garnacho should be getting minutes in the Manchester United team, you know.
Yeah.
I see a player that just takes on players and actually goes past them. And although he's still raw in his talent, he doesn't find the final ball. He doesn't get his head up to find that pass. But coaching, as we have Eric Ten Hag, who loves to coach his young players, that's all he needs is coaching and nurturing. I don't believe in Shola Shitore, bro. I think he's shit, bro. So I don't know what. Yeah, Shitore, bro. Why are you guys giving him? He's shit.
I've not watched him play like that.
Man.
Have you seen enough?
I've seen enough, bro. Like the times he's got his chances and everything, I just think, what's special? But it's like the way when I saw Elanga, I was like, okay, what's so good about him? All right, Oli, what's good about this Elanga that you're bringing him on? And never rated him ever since. You know, he scored some decent goals, but he's not good enough. But yeah, Garnacho needs to get a start. Charlie McNeil, So much things we've heard about him in the academy, but I don't know, man. Because some of our players, I said it again before in the past. I don't think majority of our academy players are as good as people make it out to be. You know, I'm hoping for the other one, the Paul Pogba version 2. Is it Mimo or Mino? If you guys know of him, if you guys watch the academy and are under 23, there is a replica Pogba at Manchester United, and he deserves an opportunity. Flawless, you need to go and find out who that person is. I forgot his name.
Who's the person I need to go find out who he is? Who's this? Who do I need to go find out about, fam?
A version 2 of Paul Pogba at Manchester United Academy.
Who's the version 2 of Paul Pogba? Let us know in the chat. I don't follow the youth. You know what I'm saying?
You don't follow youth, so
I don't follow the youth, fam. I don't follow. Yo, this team has been pissing me off long enough. The senior players, you think I would? Nah. No time to be watching youth football, man. I'm good. I'm saying, oh, here we go. Yeah, Paul said it and UHC said it.
Kobe Miano.
He's the Paul Pogba region, yeah?
Is that it's a regeneration. It's a regeneration of Paul Pogba. Like, if you go watch his highlights, YouTube, everything, you think that's Paul Pogba. He plays like him. He's as technical as him. He plays the same midfield. You'll think it's Paul Pogba. And that's a player that we should be eyeing up and try and bring through. And the great thing about him is that he's been training with the first team of late. So Ten Hag has spotted that opportunity and spotted that talent. So we should see. You see, Jazz even knows it.
Jazz, who's Lewis? That was Lewis running. He says, Carney. I even know who is that? Who is that?
Carney Chuk.
You know what, Chukwuemeka? Like, that sounds like a power in Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a light Kamehameha. You know what I'm saying? The Chukwuemeka. That's what that sounds like. Does that not sound like a baby Kamehameha in that?
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like something that.
Why does that sound like a Chelsea academy player that he's trying to?
Yeah, it probably is Chelsea. Yeah, Lewis is proper Chelsea. Jazz is saying Kobe Mano looks promising as well. Black Diamond says people taking out their boy frustrations on Paul Potter. Man didn't hire himself. Oh, we gonna get into that. Don't worry about that. We gonna get into that on the fan calling show. Those people. Let me Google this guy actually. Let me Google this guy. Hold on.
But yes, he's a talent, man. Google him. Have a look.
What's his name?
Kobe Mino.
Okay, so it's Kobe Mino. That's what his name is. Kobe Mino, 17 years old.
He looks promising.
That's where he's 17. That's it. Don't really say too much. All right. Well, we'll see in it. We'll see we'll see how good he is. We'll find out. Yes, we do need a striker, Chris. We definitely need a striker. 100% we need a striker. I wanted us to sign a striker during this window. Well, during the last window, we didn't. Hopefully, during the summer, we addressed that. I mean, during January, we addressed that. Because Martial, Ronaldo, Rashford isn't enough. Isn't enough. It's not in terms of bodies and not in terms of quality. No, it's not. But before we go through United's fixtures after the international break and obviously after the game against Sheriff, hit that like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit that like button on the video. Share this across all the socials. Subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Road to 5K. Hit the notification bell. Red United TV, which is Ivorian's channel. The link is in the title as well, so you can click on that. And big up to everyone who's listening to this back afterwards on the audio platforms as well. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. But yeah, these are United's fixtures. So this is before the World Cup. So October the 2nd. It's the first game back, Ivorian. October the 2nd. Bear in mind, it's the 13th of September right now. October the 2nd, away at the Etihad to Manchester City. October the 9th, a week later, away to Everton. October the 16th, at home to Newcastle. 3 days later, October the 19th, at home to Tottenham Hotspur. 3 days after that, away. We're down the library. You know what I'm saying? The Lego Matchbox Stadium. We're down the bridge. You know what I'm saying? To face away to Chelsea. Then October the 30th, at home to West Ham. Then November the 6th, away to Villa. And then November the 13th, away to Fulham. So that's our fixtures before the World Cup. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously, that's excluding Europa League. That's solely Premier League. But thoughts, obviously, away to Manchester City is the one that sticks out straight away. Bang.
Yeah, the Man City, the Etihad one's going to be an interesting one. A 2 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday. You know, I'm just wondering what the hell is at 4:30 that we're at 2 o'clock. You know, we're supposed to be the main event box.
That's a great point. We should be the goddamn main event. Got me getting up out of bed earlier because whatever, man.
Yeah, you
This
get
is
me. Like
it's outrageous, man.
I don't rate that, but yeah, that's gonna be the most tough. That will be the highlight of October against Man City, and then towards of it Spurs as well, and then Chelsea. So that's an interesting time right there. The Spurs and then Chelsea's gonna be difficult as well. And on top of that, you got Newcastle, a new team, a team that's trying to strive to compete against the top four. So it's going to be an interesting October. Man City's game at the Etihad. I'm looking forward. It's going to be an interesting game of football because I'm predicting and I'm seeing that Manchester United unison in terms of the squad development of how Ten Hag wants to play would have improved by then. It kind of helps when you don't have football games and you can work on the training patterns and then etc. But at the same time, you need matches to implement your style and get stronger and have the team understanding. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation with Eric Ten Hag. He's probably happy that there's not that much games and the game has been postponed. But at the same time, he needs the games to ensure that the players are competent enough and implement everything that they've learned in training to put it on the match field. So yeah, that one against Man City, first time back after international break, is going to be interesting because Flawless, that every game that returns from international break, all the teams and the players are still jet lagged. It's not the same performance that you'll get, and you just don't know what you'll get out of these players because they've just come back from international duty. In fact, we shouldn't even be having international duties right now. We've got a World Cup. We don't even need it. Why? You've had a whole summer to do this, bro. You had your pre-mini tournament of the UEFA Nation League that no one really watches. Yeah, to do the whole 6 games or whatever, how many games you need. Why conclude it now? Like, let the league fall into place and let that be a priority. The Champions League and the league, like the people who run this sport, it's not that hard, man. It's just not good enough. So that's going to be interesting, man. And then you got the Everton game, and Everton has been poor. That looks like it should be an easy 3 points for us as long as Everton's been poor and continues to be poor.
We should, I'm looking at Everton away. Yeah. I hear that. Go on.
And then you got pneumonia just before that. I'm not going to call him pneumonia because I'm just reading pneumonia, bro.
This guy's a wild guy, yo.
Yeah,
you wild. Go on, carry on.
Back to back, and then the Newcastle Spurs and Chelsea game is where I believe Manchester United need to be at their best because these are the 2 games where I feel like Manchester United can go there and get some points. The Etihad one is a bit of a myth. Although it's going to be an interesting game of football, it's that Erling Haaland guy, bro. He's a problem.
He is a problem.
He is a major problem.
He is a problem.
Like
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes, we have, and it's called.
We have a problem. I believe we do have a problem.
It's scary. The guy doesn't even have to play good. He can get a hat trick. The guy doesn't even need to be involved. He can get a hat trick. You know what I mean? That's how scary it is. Anytime, and I want to see the battle between him and Martinez because we did see that. Be
interesting
for Ajax. Borussia Dortmund versus Ajax with Ajax going through. It's going to be an interesting one. So we're going to see how Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag plan to defend against Erling Haaland. Is he going to get someone like Casemiro to back up Martinez? Then Martinez comes in and sweeps, while Casemiro is the one that gives him the body duels and the test of strength to strength and all that kind of stuff, while Martinez can sweep it up with his aggressiveness and etc. Because that's what happened during Ajax's game where you had Gravenberch getting himself involved as well, making sure that he keeps an eye on Haaland while Martinez comes and sweeps from the back of Haaland where Haaland can't see. So Haaland's distracted. So we're going to see how that's going to be implemented. It's going to be an interesting game, but I don't know. It's just that Etihad, our results there hasn't been the best. We've been packed in. I'm just hoping for the best.
I think though, what suits us down to a T is the way they play with that high line suits us.
Yes, it does.
If Rashford's fit, and that's where we've got results in the past against him, and now we have a better manager with a better system. And City can be got out. That high line suits Marcus Rashford. If they play if they play that high line, which I expect them to, I fancy our chances not of winning, but getting a result. I think we can get a positive result. All that space for Rashford to run in behind, whether it's Stones, Diaz, Laporte, Ake. And with Sancho one side, Anthony the other, Ericsson and Bruno both can make runs as well. I reckon we'll do. I fancy our chances in all these games. I'm not saying we win them all. We could lose. This is
Well,
Manchester City. They're the best team in the country.
I
But go
get
on.
that. I get why you fancy your chances because we showed toe to toe that we can go up against Liverpool
Yeah.
and get goals. We've gone up against Liverpool twice, one in preseason and one during the league. We're like on aggregates, we're probably like what 6-1 because we beat them 4-0 and beat them 2-1.
this guy counting. Yeah,
It matters when it was against us last season when they were telling us 9-0 and 9-1. I'm
so
petty right now, bro.
Yeah, he's very petty, yo.
Yeah,
He's very
7-1, bro. Have some of that, bro.
He's very
But
petty.
yeah. And of course, the game against Arsenal, we saw a Manchester United team where a scenario came with Arsenal equalized, and Manchester United had to show their character, that they can come back, and keep themselves calm, and which they did against Man City. Man City can drop points. It's been shown against Aston Villa.
Absolutely.
And it's been shown against Crystal Palace that they can concede goals. And Manchester United can do that as well. So it will be an interesting game. Just that I'm not confident based on just the one player. And that one player makes a big difference in the Manchester City team. If he wasn't there, I'd be like, yeah, we'll win. We'll win. But Erling Haaland is a problem.
Haaland's a problem. That's why I'm not saying we'll definitely win. I'm just saying with the way they play and the way we set up, we can definitely get a result. Chris is saying, I don't see Rashford down the middle. He's better on the left wing. I agree with you. The problem is, with Martial injured, Rashford's our best striker. So we have no choice. Do I like Rashford playing down the middle? No, not particularly. Has he impressed me when he's played down the middle and exceeded my expectations? Yes. But is he the long-term solution there? No. But for a game against Manchester City, if you're going to play on a counter-attack, he's perfect. He is the perfect guy to run in behind and use his pace.
The record proves that. Rashford scores in the big games. It's
perfect.
the Man City, the Arsenal, the Chelsea,
yes,
the Liverpool.
Facts.
And
he's
the Tottenham.
perfect. Rashford is for a high line. If we're playing Liverpool, we'll throw Arsenal in that mix because they played a high line. Throw City in that mix where we're gonna have less of the ball. Rashford has got to be the guy. He should play, whether it's through the middle or whether it's out wide. Like 110%. We've seen it against Arsenal. I'm with it. I'm just looking at our fixtures as well because it's stats. Because like I said, after City, then it's Omonia 4 days later. Then 3 days later, it's away to Everton.
Then October's raining.
Then 4 days after that, it's at home to Omonia. Then 3 days after that, home to Newcastle. 3 days after that, home to Tottenham. 3 days after that, down the library. You know what I'm saying? At the bridge. Then 5 days after that, home to Sheriff. 3 days after that, home to West Ham. And then 3 days after that, away to Sociedad for the final group game. Then 2 days after the Sociedad game, which is the 3rd of November, we got Villa on the 5th. And then the Carabao Cup, we play Villa at home. So we could play Villa twice in 3 days, which is nuts. And then Fulham, away to Fulham on the 12th of November, and then it's World Cup season. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. When you look at that, our squad is good. Martial, Donny, you might need to get fit expeditiously. We need to win. We need to win Thursday. Looking at this, and then we can play weekend side against Omonia, and then that gives us 9 from 12, and then we beat Sheriff on the 5th match day because it's all in on the champs. I mean, it's all in on the Premier League. Sorry, it's all in on the Premier League. Absolutely, all in. So yeah, man, we gonna see. But yeah, City's the interesting one. I fancy, and what the City game will let us know, and we'll go into further detail, obviously, when we're closer to the actual match day. This is Ten Hag's first game away from home against the Big Six side. So we've seen how he's done against Liverpool. We've seen how he set up against Liverpool. We've seen how he set up against Arsenal and how we did against Arsenal. But they're home games. Now in an away match against the best team in the country, how does he set up? I'm expecting him for United to sit deep, and try and hit City on the counter. But does he go there and try and play ball? Because against Arsenal, people will talk, it's counter-attack. For the first 20 minutes, we bopped them off the park. People forget that, though. We had like 75% possession. We bopped them off the park. And then they took over. Well, for that first 20 minutes, and that's why Ten Hag said after that game, the first 10 minutes was the best we played under him. So this team is capable. But can they go to Manchester City and do that? Highly unlikely. I think it's highly unlikely Ten Hag goes and sets up there like that. But it's going to be interesting to see how he adapts. Because you can't just let City have 80% of the ball. But I fancy our chances with that high line, Rashford running in behind. Absolutely. Bruno with the third man runs, Ericsson with the third man runs, because we know Ericsson ain't got that pacemaker in that chest. He's got the dog in him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You got that dog in him. Anthony making runs in behind, Sancho making runs in behind. I like our chances, and our defense is held up. We've been praising this defense, and rightfully so. Let's put them to the test. Away at the Etihad, this is probably the toughest attack you are going to face. So let's see how good, if Martinez can stand up to the challenge. Varane, Dalot, Malacio, McTominay or Casemiro, whichever one of them's in there. Let's see if those 5, adding the goalkeeper, let's see if those 6 players can stand up to this. Because this is the level we want you to be at. This is the level we aspire to compete at. Go there and compete. I've said this for the longest. Even if we lose 2-0, did we put up a fight? Don't get rolled over like we did last season by them when they beat us 2-0 at Old Trafford. And we just rolled over. Like there was no fight. And teams, and like I said, City will play teams, did play teams last season who aren't as talented as us and had tougher games. Go give them a tough game. That's what I like about the Liverpool game. Even if we would have drew that and Liverpool would have conceded and we would have conceded late, we gave Liverpool a game, we competed. Same with Arsenal, we competed. Go and compete. All these matches now, where we're 4-4, we're competing. We need to keep it up at City. You know what I'm saying? Home to Spurs and Newcastle will not be easy, but we need to do the same. Away, like I said, down the library at the bridge, we need to do the same. That's how I'm looking at it. What else we got in this run? But I like the run. I do. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's favorable, but there's winner like away to Everton, at home to Newcastle, home to Spurs, home to West Ham, away to Villa, and away to Fulham is favorable. I stand corrected. When you look at West Ham's form, Fulham, doing well, but still. Look at Villa's form. Spurs, obviously, today, which has been touched on. Newcastle in good form. I'm not saying we win all them games, but I'm saying they are winnable. I don't look at that and go, we're away to City and then we're away to Chelsea and we got Liverpool at home and all that type. Like, no, it's not that. We're playing Brighton. No, it's not that. You lot continue to get your questions in. Hit the like button as well before myself and Ivorian close out, people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there isn't Champions League next week. So this show will return back to the normal time of 5:30 p.m. on Tuesdays. It will.
I was quite shocked that there was Champions League back to back, week after week. I was like, what is going on?
They got squeezing these games, fam.
Oh my God.
They got squeezing these games.
This is good for us in terms of football lovers, because this is going to be the best year we've ever going to have. Where if there could be football every 3 days, and then when it gets to the World Cup, it's football every day. It's going to be beautiful, and for us content creators,
woo!
Oh,
we
eating, bro.
Just
that right now we can't eat right now as Manchester United fan. This next 2 weeks we can't eat the way we normally usually eat because someone's out here trying to block our money. Block our ads money. I'm not gonna say names, but you guys can figure it out yourself. Yeah, you get me. I'm out here saying run me my piece, fam. You're ruining my business, bro. But
that's man.
People will call me horrible. People will call me horrible.
What ish I need to do? I'm saying in that. Like, what's going on? Disgruntled blogger says big up flawless Ivorian.
Yes,
big up flawless. Yeah, big up to disgruntled blogger. Because even after the World Cup, the games are ridiculous. Like, look, I'm looking here. 26th of December. So we got Forest. 31st of December, away to Wolves. 2nd of January, Bournemouth. Then I'm presuming that's FA Cup weekend in between, because FA Cup only starts there. So there'll be FA Cup in between that. 14th of January, reverse fixture. United City. Then we play Arsenal at home 7 days later. Then Palace at home. Then Leeds.
Wait. So they're making us play Man City this early in the year. Like,
we play City early. Yeah, let's get out of the way, man. Let's get out of the way. Let's get out of the way, man. 100%. Because I'm looking at our run, like our last 5 games are home to Villa, away to West Ham, home to Wolves, away to Bournemouth, at home to Fulham.
And then we got Arsenal after Man City. So it's looking good.
Yeah, man. Like, let's get these teams out of the way. That's what I'm on. I'm with that. I'm fully with that.
Yeah.
And to answer your question as well, the late kickoff for the City when we play City, which is early, the freaking late kick is some garbage game. 1 sec, I'll tell you now. Some nonsense. It's friggin'. Let me have a look here.
Wait, so the 4:30 kickoff.
Yeah,
don't tell me it's the Newcastle.
Nah, it's Leeds Villa.
So you're telling me
Leeds
and Villa is more
kick.
of a box of it event, main event compared to the Manchester derby. Is this what they're doing to us?
What they're doing to us, fam? They setting us up. This is what they're doing. It's absolutely outrageous.
So you don't want to
Absolutely.
let the food settle the Manchester United players' stomachs and
Huh?
let them play at 4:30. You want them to just go in there, play someone like Haaland on a full stomach.
Tell me, this is outrageous, man.
You know,
Absolutely bloody ridiculous. Fam.
it's
You know
mad.
what I'm saying? Well, yeah, watching Ajax tonight and Timber. I'm glad we have Martinez. Question: will we sign anyone in January, preferably a striker? I can see us definitely dipping into the market in January, simply because of the World Cup. And the
And
World
sim-
Cup, we all know, is you put yourself in the shop window. And especially if Holland have a good tournament, I can see us definitely going, and we'll get linked with a lot of players. So yeah, it makes sense. What are you saying about this, Ivorian?
I simply see Ronaldo leaving or trying another exit plan. So yes, a striker's needed in January. You know, a quality striker. We don't want no Ingala Part 2.
Yeah.
We want a proper striker that's gonna be there for the next years and scoring goals and have that straight impact in the first team. You know, but we'll see what happens in it. Because again, I said it again. I see Ronaldo doing the same shenanigans that he done during the summer and try and find a way out. And it's already been written. You read it. You already written that he might try. You just never know.
But the thing is, he's got a year. Wait, his contract expires 2023, right?
Correct. You know,
So
an
he can
option,
talk. So he can talk to clubs in January if needs be.
yeah, but a man should have the option to extend.
See, hopefully we don't extend. Don't do that. Let him go.
Oh,
Don't
if
extend.
Joe Glazer has anything to do with it,
Don't
he's gonna press
extend.
that extension button. You know that.
Don't extend. Like we should definitely not extend. That's a bad idea. No extension. Zero. You know what I'm saying? Do not extend.
Yeah,
No.
it's bad. It's bad business if they extended it. It's only
Very
for
bad
commercial
business.
reasons. Our manager was okay with Ronaldo getting sold, but Joao Glazer was like, "Now, you need to make that money."
Definitely should extend. Definitely not. Chris says, when's Ronaldo's big announcement? That's a great question. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm expecting this interview. Chris, thank
That's a
you
great
very
question.
much. It's
Yeah.
the transfer window's done. You know, it's been how many days since? It's been 13 days
Since the transfer window's done, where's this interview? And then you had a book. I think my man was just chatting shit.
I don't know about this interview because it never said. Wait, he might have been talking because he did an interview with Rio, so it might be that. That's not out yet, but he did an interview with Rio Ferdinand. He did.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
We'll
he
see
did an
what this
interview with Rio
interview really
Ferdinand.
says.
So that's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna watch that.
If I
I'm
see the
definitely-
red book come out, then I know that's the interview because he said he's keeping the book of people's names. But my name's not in there.
Yeah, I know my name. I could do with my name being in there. It'd be a great shout. It's great promo.
I know, great promo.
It's great promo. So there is. But I think we've covered everything. To be honest.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've covered everything.
I think we have covered everything. Any final few questions, people, before myself and Ivorian close the stream. Myself and Eddie won't be back on Thursday with the ManDem United edition, but we'll do one during the week like we did. Well, before the week's over, like we did. I think we did Saturday night, so it'll probably be Saturday night again. Obviously, with Manchester United playing at 5:45 p.m. So there's so much going on. Don't forget midnight. So just under an hour, people, on the Twitch fan calling show. So make sure you get over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Download the app for free. Follow for free. Because if you're not on the Twitch, you're only getting half of the content, people. I'm saying we do different content on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Even more wild than here. You know what I'm saying? Chris says, big up, fellas. This was a quick stream compared to the Chelsea streams. Not only these streams do go on longer, but it's like there isn't a lot to talk about. That's all it is. If the Palace game had gone ahead and the Leeds game was going ahead, we'd be here talking about what happened against Palace and what's going to go on against Leeds as well as Sheriff. But obviously, the European week has thrown it off as well. But yeah, man, we normally do longer streams than this, especially when something's gone very, very right or something's gone very, very wrong. That being said, Chris, there's a playlist as well for this show. There's a playlist for the ManDem United podcast. So just go and click on the playlist, and then you can what's it called? And then you can see all the shows. I can keep you up to date. When's the Twitch stream again? Midnight, people. Fan calling show, midnight. So get over there. I got a question for you. Get an Ivorian striker. Some good ones in the Prem. Also, bless Hallow. Man, I got jokes.
Paul, you're trying to flatter me, man. You're trying to flatter me.
Jokes. Well, all right, I think that's it. I think we're gonna close out. Ivorian. Anything you want to add? Let them know where they can find you. All that good stuff.
Always, man.
First of all, big up to everyone that's tuning in today. You know, obviously, like I said before, it's an unusual time that we do this, but as you guys know, going forward, as Flawless probably did mention, or he didn't mention, is that whenever there's a Champions League on Tuesday, it's gonna be at 10 p.m.
Yeah, we'll go back
Yeah.
there. We'll do later. Mhm.
Well, of course, as always, you can always subscribe to Red United TV and follow the rest Red United Instagram channel, which is Red United TV 1. If you want to follow me personally, it's Ivorian_Spice, both Twitter and also Instagram. And also, I just want to say one thing. I know I was busting jokes earlier on, but of course, all jokes aside, like to pay tribute and just say rest in peace to the Queen. But on top of that, I want to say rest in peace to PNB Rock, you know, who just passed away
I
recently.
did see that. Sad, man. That's
It was sad to see Chicken and Roscoe, which makes me want just urge celebrities and everyone else who are public figures who have that money to not post your location. Post your location, like Central C said, after you're gone, and see what happens. Because if you post locations after you're gone and you see that and then use that some person trying to do something at the same location that you was on an hour ago, then you know you got haters. But again, we just gotta be careful in life. Whatever you do, just don't post your locations. Try and live a private lifestyle the way me and Flawless try to live a private lifestyle, not into too much stuff as well, not posting too much, you know what I mean. So, but rest in peace to PNB Rock. You know, I liked his music as well. I was effing with his music. I liked his flow. It's just sad to see the way he just went, and the video that I saw was very disturbing as well, to see stuff like when you are dying, people are recording you instead of helping you. People rather record you die than it's a crazy world. That's what I'm going to
Facts.
say. But rest in peace to both the Queen and PNB Rock. And yeah.
Yes, man. It is a crazy world. You're right, man. It is. Felix says every day we lit still. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep the content rolling. Chris says fair play, fellas, great content, keep it coming. Yeah, man, just have a look at the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Let you know all the shows that are coming up until Sunday, people. Even during international break, we're still gonna keep these shows rolling. What's up, the pagan saying up the Reds? Big up Marcel in the cut.
Hey, Marcel finally got the first win. You know, it's the last time Liverpool won, we used to have a queen and we had a king at the same time, and also a new prime minister. That's the last time Liverpool won a game.
Facts. Well, yeah, man. Love to everyone that has locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.
Big up.